If you ever invade my house, just do that back and forth. I will probably not hit you. Howdy folks, you're watching Deuce. We are down at the range, you can see right here. And this is the beginning of a new series of mine that I just came up with, which is basically testing out budget-minded red dots for your pistol, because that is where the market is going right now, is budget-minded optics that used to be basically preserved for the rich and famous. Now every Joe can kind of afford them. So today we're going to test out the Fox Army red dot here. It is the FXA 12 Pro, and I have it already mounted on my Canik right here, and it looks pretty dang sharp, if I do say so myself here. Of course, I cannot tell because the light is just over the ridge right now, so I've got about an hour of daylight left, and as you can tell, it is freaking cold in Tennessee right now. I've not sighted this thing in yet. I've not taken a single shot with this thing on the pistol. So we're going to find out today how well this shoots, how well it stands up to recoil, and how much adjustment you need to do once you mount it to your optics plate there. So this is all going to be brand new to both you and me. All right, let's get to it. Come on. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Now, those targets that bounce around like that, if you ever invade my house, just do that back and forth. I will probably not hit you, but I'm going to obliterate the drywall. Before we continue our range day, let's go ahead and take a closer look at what you get in the box from Fox Army on the FXA 12 Pro. So it comes in a nice little plastic box here. So you get a little microfiber cloth to keep it clean. That's fine. I use my t-shirt. You get a instruction booklet, and you get the actual Fox Army red dot itself. You also get a Picatinny rail adapter for an RMR base, which is very nice. I've used this with several of my red dots already since I've had this for about a month playing with it, because I always test out everything to its nth degree before I talk about it with you guys. Several different lengths and styles of T10 screws here for your different various red dot plates. I really wish they would come to a standardization on that, but they haven't yet. There's a ton of different plates, a ton of different footprint types and depths. So you gotta, every single thing has to have a ton of screws with it just to make sure that you can fit it onto your pistol. You get a T10 wrench. Also comes with a neat little wrench here. For one side is for adjusting windage and elevation, and the other side opens up the battery compartment. It comes with a rubber cover to protect it from its travels throughout its day. And there we have the sight itself. Now, I never locked it down, so it should already be on because it is a shake away. Yeah, you can see it right there, it's on. It is a red dot, not like a green red dot, a green dot, which I think is superior in most situations, but most of them happen to be red because that's what people like to buy. That is a huge red dot. It actually is two dots. It has a 2 MOA dot right in the center, and around that is a circle that is 32 MOA. You can individually choose either a dot, a circle, or a dot and circle. I like having a dot and circle on at once because it gives me just a massive red dot to use, because I'm using this in close encounter type competition range type stuff, not any kind of precision really, just big targets that are close by. All the functions are controlled by two buttons right here. You can choose which reticle you want and how bright it is right there between these two plus and minus buttons. We have elevation on top, windage on the side there. I needed to adjust it just a little bit, but it's pretty much right on the money when I first mounted it to my Canik pistol. And there is the battery compartment on the top. On the bottom is completely flat, completely machined off with a plate covering it, so there is no access to the red dot from the bottom. At this point, I have a few mags downrange with the Fox Army red dot mounted to the pistol, and it needs a little bit of a sight adjustment for both windage and elevation. I'm just walking it in here. Here I'm using the head of the knockdown target there to develop exactly how much I need to adjust the windage and elevation to get it right on the money, and it was no problem, about 3 or 4 shots, and it was good to go. Nope. Come on. All right. With everything set up here again, and I think I've got the sights dialed in. Got a couple more rounds left in here in the magazine. All right, let's see what we can do here. Come on. Nice. All right, now we're down on the farm. Let's see if this red dot is rated for shotgun use. I'm gonna shoot it a little bit with the pistol, ready to rock and roll. I have a still target right there. And on the other side, I got a Pizza Hut box because my wife's out of town and I've been eating nothing but pizza for a week. So she's gonna be coming home here soon to a beast whale of a man. Okay, I'm gonna load up a few rounds here for just the purposes of showing you that the Fox Army red dot is still completely sighted in and has not wandered off zero or anything of that nature. Hopefully it hasn't. So far in training, it has not had any issues whatsoever. Hey, the sun finally came out. That's nice. All right, let's read that still a little bit here. Man, I love the size of this red dot. Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's go ahead and take this red dot off and put it on the shotgun. The Fox Army now lives on this Chinese copy of a Russian Sega 12. The best copy. If you can't afford the Russian version, this is a very close second as far as money is concerned. So I want to see now, I have had some issues with some gas here. So I've had some, not me personally, the gas system. I'm still trying to dial it in for this shotgun, but we're going to go ahead and try to get through 5 rounds at least. All right, nice. I might have solved my gas issue, and that red dot is still super bright, ready to rock and roll, because the thing you want in a red dot, number 1 is to stay on. Number 2 is to basically stay on point, stay accurate. And if this stays accurate, then I should be able to hit that still once I put this right back onto the pistol. The Fox Army is now remounted onto the Kinetic pistol. We'll see if she held 0. And man, I miss shotgun stuff. I don't shoot shotguns enough, unfortunately. I need to get back into it a little bit more. Yep. Fit as a fiddle. So we've done a quick and dirty on what the Fox Army offers out of the box. What kind of features do I look for when I am purchasing the red dot for my own use? Well, number 1, it's got to be bright. It's got to be real bright. I also look for a large red dot. I like big reticles and I cannot lie. Now with that combination of 32 MOA, is it very accurate? No, it is not accurate for long distances, but I'm shooting man-sized targets, basically trying to keep it in this area right here at 10, 20 feet away maybe. That's perfect for this. No problem at all. Just cover that entire man-sized target with a 32 MOA dot, and you're pretty much golden. Shake awake. I love that feature. Every red dot I buy from here forward on will have that feature where basically it turns itself off after being, sitting idle and still for I don't know how many hours, whatever. But it turns itself off to save the battery, and the second you move it, the second you grab your pistol and take it up there to take a shot, it turns on. That is great. That is perfect. I don't want to be fiddling with buttons when I'm trying to make a shot. I want it on when I need it on, and I need it to turn off to save battery when I'm not using it. General ruggedness. A red dot is an electronic item. It will fail eventually. No matter how much you pay for it, it will eventually fail. What I want in a red dot is for it to take the abuse that my pistols normally put out and to take a little bit extra just in case, because it is an extra little appendage hanging off the end of the firearm. So it's going to get knocked around a little bit more than the slide because it is that little nubbin on top of the slide. I also expect all my red dots to retain 0 even after a abusive recoil situation, such as both my pistols or even a shotgun. I mount these on 12 gauge shotguns to test to make sure they do retain 0. If a red dot cannot retain 0 through the recoil of a pistol or a shotgun, in my opinion, it is useless to me as a sight. A major issue is what footprint does it use? Most of them use some sort of variation of RMR. The RMR, the RMRC, but there is no standardization. Luckily, I have a Canic, which means I have all these plates here. Here's 4 of them. I think they make 4 other different plates. For all the different types of red dots out there, I really wish there was some standardization on that, because that would be super helpful to both the industry and us shooters. I also look for what kind of battery it uses, if it's commonly available battery, and do I have to remove the red dot from the pistol to change that battery? A lot of the red dots have the battery on the bottom. You got to take it off the pistol, replace the battery, and then put it back onto the pistol. A lot of the old red dots do that. Fortunately, the Fox Army has the battery compartment on the top, so you can plug and play that new battery in there and just leave the red dot mounted to the pistol. And then there's the overall profile. Is it a low enough profile to utilize your stock iron sights on your pistol while also using the red dot, use the iron sights as backup? Well, usually, because of the battery compartment on the top, some of them are on the side or whatnot, those usually do not have a low enough profile to use your iron sights, and the Fox Army is no different. You cannot use your standard height iron sights from all the pistols I tried this on with the Fox Army red dot. And lastly, for things I consider when looking at a red dot is it waterproof? I will not even consider a red dot that is not waterproof, because number one, I am waterproof. Number two, my pistol is waterproof. My shotgun is waterproof. Both of them work in the rain. This should also work in the rain. It has to. And I have had this out in the rain and it did work just fine. This is the beginning of a video series. Several videos in the future here, I will be reviewing other budget-minded red dots for your pistol, because this is the future. Pistol-mounted red dots is the future of the pistol industry right now. All the manufacturers are coming out with different plate designs for their uppers, for their slides, and just get used to it, because the pistol-mounted red dot is the thing that is going to be the standard coming forward. Well, guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like and go subscribe. A lot more is on the way. If you have any comments, questions, show ideas, or other red dot designs you want to see me review on this channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. I'll try to answer as many of those as possible. And as always, you guys have a great day. See ya.